Chloe, this is a story about a bank robbery that happened in Korea. It begins in the spring of 2001. The main character is a college student, let's call him Park Sung-jin, an alias, who found a great paying part-time job, a driver for a bank's cash transport team. When moving cash, there were always 3 people, Sung-jin, the driver, a bank manager named Manager Kim, and a special security officer armed with a gas gun, a solid team. The story fast forwards to December 21, 2001. The team was transporting 2 special cases with 300 million won. When they arrived at the underground parking garage of a major bank branch, the best parking spot right by the entrance was strangely empty, almost as if it was a trap. Sung-jin parked the van. As he and the officer got the second money case, a pitch-black sedan screeched to a halt right behind them, blocking their exit. A figure emerged. Not a person, that darkness itself, covered head to toe in black, with only holes for eyes. This dark figure raised a cold gun and shouted at them to put their hands up and not move. A gunshot ripped through the air, echoing off the concrete walls. Manager Kim screamed and collapsed. Sung-jin scrambled back into the driver's seat as more shots were fired, his heart pounding in his ears. But in that moment, rage consumed his fear. He thought, "They shot my colleague? I can't just let them go." He roared, slammed the van into reverse, and rammed the getaway car. Crash! The sedan's rear door crumpled like paper. As the shocked robbers hesitated, he did it again, even harder. Panicked, the robbers grabbed just 1 case and sped away in their wrecked car. This became a major case, but the criminals were ghosts. The getaway car, stolen and abandoned, was wiped clean. The gun they used was a police revolver, stolen from a cop they had ambushed 2 months earlier. These guys were professionals. The case went cold in 2003. 14 years passed. A new cold case squad was formed. A detective on the team, let's call him Detective Beck, decided to re-examine a handkerchief and mask from the getaway car using new DNA technology. And then, a miracle. They got a DNA profile. Even more incredible, it was a 100% match to DNA from a single cigarette butt found 2 years prior at an unrelated illegal gambling den raid. Can you believe it, Chloe? The ghost from 14 years ago had been smoking in a gambling den. After a massive investigation, the police zeroed in on one man, Lee Jung-haek, an alias. They secretly collected his DNA, and it was a perfect match. 21 years later, the ghost was caught. In custody, Lee Jung-haek confessed and named his accomplice, his friend Lee Sung-man, an alias. Lee Sung-man was arrested at a public spa, but he was a monster. Knowing there was no direct DNA on him, he coolly denied everything. The interrogation was a stalemate, until Detective Beck played one last psychological card. As Lee Sung-man was leaving the room, the detective casually provoked him, calling him a young achi, a low-life punk who betrays his friends. For criminals who value a twisted sort of loyalty, it's the ultimate insult. Lee Sung-man's calm demeanor shattered. He reportedly spun around, his face flush with rage, and began yelling, questioning how he could be the young achi when it was his friend who broke their pact of silence first. He had just confessed. His own pride trapped him. Later, the 2 friends blamed each other for firing the fatal shot. Both were sentenced to life in prison. They were friends, so they committed a crime together. And because they were friends, their crime was eventually revealed. It's just a terrifying and long, twisted chase, isn't it?